Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway, ready for the top of the 6th inning. And the Red Sox trailing by 2, 6-4. New York on top. Jorge Posada to lead it off. Posada, Mondesi, and Todd Zeile to face Ramiro Mendoza. And it's 1-1. Mendoza faced 7 Yankees in the top of the 5th and gave up 3 runs as the Yankees quickly had the bases loaded with nobody out. And were able to bring in 3 runs, and then Jeff Weaver on the other side sending the Red Sox down 1-2-3. Garciaparra, Ramirez, and Ortiz were disposed of quite quickly by Weaver. Mendoza behind here, 3-1. Count to Posada. 40 doubles a year ago for Posada. Established a franchise record, most doubles by a catcher in a single season. Sends this one foul back into the seats. The previous Yankee record was 35 doubles by Bill Dickey back in 1937. Most doubles in the majors from a catcher since Ivan Rodriguez had 45 back in 1996. Posada, a switch hitter. Into center field, and that will fall for a base hit in front of Damon. And again, the lead man is on, 5th time in 6 innings for New York. Now for our Aflac Trivia question answer tonight. And the question was, name the only 3 Red Sox shortstops with 20+ game hit streaks. Nomar, Johnny Pesky, and Ed Brosseau. Am I saying that correctly?
No, Eddie Brosseau.
Brosseau.
I never would have guessed Eddie Brosseau.
What years was he here?
I'm going to say 60s, mid-60s. That's when you can get a lot of tickets the day of game here at Fenway.
Things are available.
Yeah, you can walk up, get a nice box seat.
Leading up to 67.
That's when things started to really turn around.
Mondesi 0 for 2 tonight. A ground out into a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. A ground out to 3rd in the 4th inning. Bruce Chen started with the first 4. Gave up 3 runs to the Yankees. 2 of them were earned runs. And Mendoza's been on since the 5th. Chopped to 3rd. Miller to 2nd for 1. On to 1st, and it's not in time. They do get the lead man in, Posada at 2nd base. On the force out, and Mondesi at 1st with 1 away. Let's check in with Tom Caron. Tom.
Don, thank you. Here with Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney and taking the baseball game on a nice night.
Hey, couldn't be better than this. We could do a little better in terms of the score right now, but weather's great. Team's looking good.
I'm wondering if, as the governor here, you take a sampling of the mood of the public based on how the Red Sox are doing over the course of a game.
That'd be tough. I'll tell you, when you're playing the Yankees, these guys are tough, but maybe a luxury tax that we could impose on them every time they come to Boston would be a little help.
Now, no wagering with the governor of New York in the regular season, right? You save that stuff for the playoffs.
Yeah, we'd be bankrupt if we were betting now, but I don't know. Maybe we'll give it a thought. A pretty good governor down there.
Now, you came tonight. We were talking. Everyone wanted to see Pedro pitch. Bruce Chen, you were commenting, really put in a nice outing.
You know, he started off awfully, soft, but he got very good as time went on. I was disappointed to see him pulled because I thought he was doing pretty well.
We're having some baseball commentary from the governor of the Commonwealth. Guys, back to you.
All right, Tom, thanks very much. Lined into center field by Todd Zeile. Mondesi on to 3rd. And runners at the corners with 1 out.
And the boos continue to ring out here at Fenway Park. 2nd time Zeile has faced Mendoza. 2nd time he's got a base hit. Zeile's 3 for 3 on the night. Double, 2 singles, and an RBI.
So quite a night for the number 8 hitter for the Yankees, and now Bubba Tram will be coming up with runners at the corners and 1 down. Action in the Boston bullpen. Looks like Mike Timlin is up as Mendoza continues to struggle, and Trammell out ahead of that pitch.
How about Tom Caron, huh? With the Governors and
famous authors.
Unbelievable. What a job.
It's a pretty good gig.
We're stuck up here with Adam.
The 0-1 foul off the right side. But Adam is very productive. He does a terrific job up here with us. Adam Jupiter, who just graduated from Boston University.
Yeah, but he's no governor and he's no writer.
Nobody helps me.
He's Adam.
He is Adam, but he's very helpful. Strike 3, and Mendoza able to get the second out of the inning. Picked a good time to pick up his first strikeout of the night.
High fastball here from Mendoza, trying to waste a pitch with the count 0-2, and Bubba Trammell helps him out by swinging at a bad pitch.
Here's Alfonso Soriano. Took the first pitch of this ball game out of the yard, up over the left field wall and off the stanchion out there. He has 2 hits tonight, 2 for 3. And bats with runners at the corners and 2 down. Big spot in the game right here. New York could open things up here a little bit. It's been exceptionally good on the road this season. The 0-1 on the corner. Soriano down 0-2. Mendoza kind of flipping the glove back. You can tell that he is frustrated by this experience so far, and now kind of pitching angrily. The 1-2 to Soriano. We got another fracas down there, do we?
Misunderstanding, I guess, between a couple of folks.
Maybe the gentleman that they have handcuffed. Is that the misunderstanding?
Yeah, that's not Caron and the governor, isn't it?
Got him. Big strikeout for Mendoza, and back-to-back Ks. Bottom of the 6th, 6-4 New York. Headed to the last of the 6th inning back here at Fenway Park. Romero Mendoza with a couple of Ks in succession to get out of last inning. And the Red Sox trailing by 2 as they come to bat in the bottom of the 6th. Nixon, Miller, and Giambi face Jeff Weaver, who has worked his way into the 6th inning in his 9th start of the year. Weaver coming in with a 3-2 mark. Longest outing this year, 7 2/3 innings. Did that in a victory against Toronto in a 4-0 combined shutout for the Yankees. The most pitches he's thrown this year was not in that effort, however. 6 2/3 against Anaheim last time out. His 10-4 win, he threw 122 pitches. Tonight he's at the 94 pitch mark in the bottom of the 6th inning, and he walks Trot Nixon to begin things here in the 6th. Red Sox baseball is brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes. You can grab life by the horns. Dodge. By Foxwoods Resort Casino, the wonder of it all in Southeast Connecticut. And by Rico. Move your ideas forward faster. Bill Miller 1 for 2 in the ball game tonight. Doubled last time up and scored a run back in the 4th. Bill Miller participating in his 37th game of the year with the Red Sox of a possible 45. Started off the year as kind of a utility guy, but really has forced the hand of Grady Little, and he sends it into center field this time for his second hit of the night. Headed for third is Nixon. He'll obtain third, and Boston with runners at the corners and nobody out.
Well, that base hit by Miller is going to get some action down to that bullpen for the Yankees. Sinking fastball right back up the middle. Miller now 2 for 3 on the night. That's going to bring Stottlemyre out of the dugout. Try to draw some time. It looks like Contreras is up in the bullpen for the Yankees.
Well, if it is him, it looks like they're not going to waste any time in getting him back into major league action. He is joined down there by a right-hander, Jason Anderson, who we saw last night, who was also just recently called up from Columbus. Certainly one of the unique things about the New York Yankees is where their AAA club is. Most teams today trying to get as close as they can to their AAA ball club so that the transactions that take place are easily done. Certainly the relationship the Red Sox have had with Pawtucket is a simple one. You just jump on 95 and come here to Fenway. There's often been times where players have been here in time for the game, leaving McCoy Stadium during batting practice and getting here in time for the game. A little bit different when you call somebody up from Columbus, Ohio to New York. But they have done that twice in the last few days, and both those pitchers are up in the New York bullpen. As Jeff Weaver deals with Jeremy Giambi 0 for 1 with a walk. Line foul down by the tarp. Weaver inching close to the century mark in terms of pitches tonight. He's thrown 98. The 0-1. Giambi holds off and takes ball 1. One of 4 walks given up tonight by Jeff Weaver belongs to Jeremy Giambi. Now with 16 walks on the season. And he is second only to Johnny Damon in the walks department. Runners at the corners, nobody out. The 2-1. Missing away, and Giambi ahead 3-1. Weaver retired the Red Sox 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 5th inning. And it retired 5 in a row coming into this inning. A leadoff walk for Nixon, a single for Miller. And the 3-1 to Jeremy Giambi. Chop through the vacated right side. In from third comes Nixon, and the Red Sox back within a run at 6-5 New York.
Jason Giambi with 2 RBI in the game. Jeremy Giambi picks up his first RBI. Finds that hole between first and second, and that's going to be the night for Weaver.
And Torrey with the sign to the bullpen. It is 6-5 now, New York.
Back at Fenway, the Red Sox have closed the gap. It's now a 6-5 game here in the bottom of the 6th. Stay tuned after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox postgame show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis, hosted by Bob Rogers and a new lineup of studio analysts. After the last inning, the action is just beginning. .
Jeff Weaver is gone, and on now for New York, just back from Columbus, right-hander Jose Contreras.
He's made 5 relief appearances for the Yankees this year. Those are the numbers there. Of course, well documented. He went back to Tampa, Florida, worked on some mechanics, began to pitch again in the minor leagues. 1 appearance at AA Trenton. And then Columbus made 3 starts at a record of 2-0 at Columbus with a 1.20 ERA. Of course, this is the guy that the Red Sox and the Yankees were battling over this past offseason.
Defected from Cuba in October during the Americas Series tournament in Mexico. He's named Cuba's Male Athlete of the Year 3 times in a 10-year stretch, and some pretty impressive Cuban numbers for him. 117 wins, 50 losses from 96 through 2002 in Cuba. Signed as a free agent, much made of that during the offseason. 31 years of age is what he is listed in and is believed to be true. Comes the 11th Cuban-born player to appear for the Yankees, and comes on here with 2 on, nobody out. Varitek, who's already homered in this one, takes ball 1.
Red Sox did face him in the game in spring training, and not very impressive that day against the Red Sox.
I think he's feeling that there was a lot of pressure on him and that he was a little overwhelmed early and opted to send him out. This one missing. And he's fallen behind 2-0. If you're worried about a guy who's overwhelmed, and to bring him in here at Fenway Park in this situation, they're certainly testing him here. Varitek sends it towards second base. Soriano to second for 1, on to first. They turn it. A 4-6-3 double play, and on to third goes Bill Miller. So 2 outs in the inning, and Miller standing at third.
2 big outs. They fell behind Varitek 2-0, threw a strike and got that ground ball double play to get a couple of quick outs. That's a nice easy win for the second baseman and shortstop, going toward the bag.
So a spot here for Johnny Damon. He doubled in the first and scored a run, struck out in the second, and popped out to third in the fourth. The news tonight about Pedro Martinez. An MRI was done at St. Elizabeth's Hospital, and they have said that it is a mild lat muscle strain. Everything was stable, and rest has been the prescription, as this one is fouled outside of first, just outside the line. And Pedro will be listed as day-to-day. So I guess if you're looking for a silver lining, that is it. And yeah, just a strain.
Well, day-to-day doesn't mean that he's going to make a start tomorrow. That's for sure.
That is also for sure. But at this point, he's not been placed on the DL. Fooled on that pitch is Damon. 1-2 the count. Continued action in the Boston bullpen out there. Looks like Alan Embry, he is up. The 1-2 to Damon. Got him. Fooled him on back-to-back pitches and strikes him out. Red Sox get a run back. 6-5 New York.
The Yankees have the lead. Well, each time the Red Sox catch a run of stealing on Nesson this season, you can enter to win a LoJack stolen vehicle recovery system for your car or truck at boston.com/Nesson. Simply enter the date, opponent, and the run of the Red Sox caught stealing at boston.com/Nesson, and you'll be entered in the LoJack caught stealing sweepstakes.
Well, after 2 innings of relief from Ramiro Mendoza, in which he gave up 6 hits and 3 earned runs, struck out 2, the Red Sox will employ their third pitcher of the night, Alan Embry.
14th appearance for Embry, the record at 2-1. His second appearance of this series. Worked Monday against the Yankees, an inning in the third, allowing a couple of hits and no runs. Did have a strikeout against the Yanks.
Has to face Derek Jeter, Jason Giambi, and Bernie Williams here in the top of the 7th inning. The Red Sox have narrowed the margin a tad as they pick up a run in the last of the 6th at 6-5 New York. But it seems like when the Red Sox have inched closer or even gone ahead, New York has come up with a big inning. And they come up with their big guns here in the top of the 7th inning. Jeter's 2 for 3 in this one. Embry's first pitch missing at 93 miles per hour. And Jeter fights that one off up off the right side. 1-1. Oh, the spot start tonight by Bruce Chen. Red Sox able to get 4 innings out of him. Mendoza goes 2, and now Alan Embry on for the 7th inning. And again, I think foul off the right side. 95 miles per hour from Embry that time. This was one area last year where it seemed as if the second night out in back-to-back outings for Alan Embry did not have the velocity that he had the first time. The last night he worked here, and here he is again tonight, and now he's been around 95. So a little bit different from last year in that regard, and he strikes out Derek Jeter looking for out number 1.
Nothing but fastballs from Embry to get Jeter. Gets him on a fastball right on the outside corner. No argument from Jeter.
So 1 away, and here is Jason Giambi, who has a pair of sacrifice flies in this one, both times to right. He's also struck out tonight. Already on that cut. There's Embry able to get it by him at 93 miles per hour that time. Giambi has had all kinds of health problems to begin the season. A staph infection in both of his eyes, inflammation of his left eye, suffering a bruised left middle finger when he's hit by a pitch at the end of April at Anaheim. And as a result, the numbers that you are so used to seeing in the offensive categories from Giambi have not been there to begin the season, but he appears to be getting more healthy, and those numbers are on the move upward. Did he go? They will not opt to check third. Veritek wanted him to, but Tim Sheedy did not. Felt like he had the situation under control. 3-1. Giambi with 8 home runs so far this season. He had 41 of them last year in his first year in a Yankees uniform. There's the strike to Giambi. Kind of a neat note. He had the second highest home run total in his first year as a New York Yankee, behind only one other, and that was Babe Ruth. Back in 1920, Babe Ruth hit 54 in his first year in a Yankees uniform. 41 of them last year for Jason Giambi. Popped up to left. Ramirez moving in and over towards the stands, and there's 2 down.
Visit RedSox.com, the official website of the Boston Red Sox, for your chance to win 2 Green Monster seat tickets during this homestand. A pair of tickets will be given away to a lucky fan each day. Log on to RedSox.com today for your chance to win.
That was pretty good. I didn't know if you were going to be able to pull that one off. You couldn't find it right away.
Well, they stunned me with promo, and I couldn't find the promo. It was in all my papers here. And
buried in your area.
you get a lot of promos, you know.
I know.
Sometimes they get lost. But we got it out there.
Bernie Williams 0 for 3 tonight. He was 0 for 5 last night. Red Sox pitching has kind of stymied him through the first 2 games. Your best when you're under pressure like that. You didn't panic, just fired through the sheets you had in front of you, and you found it. In on the inside corner, 1-1.
Sometimes you get a promo and you don't get a chance to read a 1 inning, so you kind of bury it in your papers. You know, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's read promo. Well, wait a minute.
Well, the request comes along, but I probably would have panicked and just started throwing stuff. You took your time, went through the sheets. Opposite field to right. Nixon on the move towards the corner. Will run it down. A 1-2-3. Top of the 7th for Embry. 6-5 New York.
Buying an SUV? Here's one piece of advice. Yep, that's one piece. We designed Nissan Pathfinder as one single structure bound by 4,200 precision welds. If you want to find a rattle in this SUV, you better bring a baby. Get a $319 per month lease on new 2003 Nissan Pathfinders at your Nissan dealers. Strong.
Red Sox fans have always been loyal, diehard, intense. Now it's time to get them licensed. Show your support for New England's 2 favorite teams, the Red Sox and the Jimmy Fund of the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, with your own official Red Sox Jimmy Fund license plate. The plate shows off your commitment as a fan, and the proceeds benefit the Jimmy Fund. To get your license plate, visit your nearest Registry of Motor Vehicles office or log on to jimmyfund.org.
They struck him out. Deep and very gone. Oh, boy, big hit by Murray. He'll dive and make the catch. Right, style and score! Through and score! The Red Sox win. Unbelievable. They struck him out. Get out of here. The Red Sox have done it again tonight.
These are Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 26 straight years. And if you look again at Ford F-150 and Super Duty, it's obvious why. They're built Ford tough, and they come with more pulling power than any other trucks on Earth. And right now, you can get up to $3,000 cash back or 0% financing for up to 60 months on F-150 and Super Duty. Only at your New England Ford dealer.
If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
7th inning stretch, 6-5 Yankees. Now it's time for the Sam Adams good decision of the game, and the good decision made by Joe Torre. He removes Weaver from the game, brings in Contreras, and right off the bat gets the 4-6-3 double play. Looked like it could have been a big inning for the Red Sox. That kind of killed it. This report is brought to you by Sam Adams. Always a good decision.
It's pretty good. An analyst and a reporter. Todd Walker leads it off. Sends it foul off the left side. $35,007 on hand here tonight for Game 2 of the series with New York. Red Sox in need of a run here, down by a run in the bottom of the 7th inning. Todd Walker, Nomar Garciaparra, and Manny Ramirez. The deal with Jose Contreras has looked pretty good since coming on this time. In 2-1 now to Walker.
And watching Contreras down in spring training, it was fastball slide, a split-fingered fastball, and that's what he struck Damon out on last inning, the splitter.
Walker has been patient here. Todd with a double back in the 3rd inning is 1 for 3 tonight. And ahead in the count, 3-1. Ball 4 and Walker aboard. 5th Yankee walk of the night, the first given up by Contreras.
Number
action in the New York bullpen as Nomar Garciaparra makes his way to the plate. Nomar extended the hitting streak to 21 games with his double in the 3rd inning. He has driven in a pair tonight already. Inside backs him off the plate. 93 miles per hour from Contreras. Yankees infield at double play depth with nobody out and Walker at first. He was waving, and that pitch was Nomar.
Contreras, a big guy, isn't he?
He certainly is. What is he listed as? 6'4", 230 pounds is what they list him as. 31 years of age. Yankees signing him to a 4-year deal during the offseason. That'll take him through 2006 as a member of the Yankees. Nomar down 1-2. 95 that time, according to the gun.
Yeah, that's the hardest fastball he's thrown so far in this game. We didn't see many 95s in that spring training outing.
I was just going to say that. This looks like an entirely different pitcher than what we saw in that day game at City of Palms Park in Fort Myers. Nomar stays alive. Jose Contreras has a remarkably similar story in some ways. Not quite the story that Euclides Rojas has, the Red Sox bullpen coach. The 1-2. Nomar lifts it in the air to left down the line. Matsui started back, now coming on. No, but he's going to get it. Lands harmlessly in left, trying to get to third, and doing so is Walker. Up to second base goes Nomar. Some aggressive base running as Walker finds his way to third base on that one that falls in left field.
That's the splitter. It looks like you see that ball tumbling down. Nasty pitch, and this ball just blooped in between Matsui and Jeter. Now Matsui goes to third, and that allows Garciaparra to get in the scoring position, the go-ahead run.
With nobody out in the bottom of the 7th inning, Stottlemyre for the first time to the mound. Nobody warming in the Yankees pen. A strategic conversation here, and they've not gotten anybody up yet. So a walk and a nicely placed hit. And with that hit, Nomar Garciaparra has worked his average up to 300.
Now, he hit a nasty pitch, too. That was a great split-fingered fastball. You can see it tumbling down almost like a knuckleball. They're going to intentionally walk Ramirez with first base open.
Ramirez, as he will be intentionally walked now for the 9th time this season.
Now that ties him with Carlos Delgado for the lead in the American League. He's been getting this on a regular basis recently.
David Ortiz standing on deck will be next. So a bases loaded situation. The Red Sox, after Manny has been intentionally walked this season at the 500 mark, 3 for 6, 2 walks and 7 runs batted in. We'll see what fate has in store here for the Red Sox in the last of the 7th. After Manny has been intentionally walked, and David Ortiz will be next. David with 1 career grand slam, and in this spot a 400 hitter. Strike one. Walker at third, Garcia Parra at second, Ramirez at first, and Contreras in a jam.
Yankees playing back at second and short for the double play, trying to minimize the damage here in this inning.
Contreras brings the 0-1. Ortiz jacks it into the gap in left center field. It'll get down and roll to the wall. One is in, two is in. Ramirez, if he stopped at third, the Red Sox retake the lead, 7-6.
Well, the Red Sox have been pretty successful this year after walking Manny Ramirez intentionally. David Ortiz will make the Yankees pay. A low fastball down and away. Ortiz does not try to pull it, just goes right with the pitch and gives the Red Sox the lead back.
Have a pinch runner. Shea Hillenbrand will take over at second base for David Ortiz. That's a big moment this year already, David Ortiz. The home run in extra innings in Anaheim comes to mind, and now a gapper to drive into in the bottom of the 7th inning to give the Red Sox the lead once again. Nixon with 2 in scoring position and still nobody out. Trot sends it to left. Matsui moving back. Front of the track will make the catch. From third comes Ramirez tagging and scoring. To third goes Hillenbrand, and the Red Sox add to their total on top 8-6.
Now, good base running by Shea Hillenbrand. He caught Matsui in the outfield backing up to make this catch, and there was really no reason to do that. Once he saw that, he's able to tag at second and get to third base. There's Matsui misreading how deep that's going to be. Once Hillenbrand read that he's backing up, he can go ahead and go to third base. You seen a squeeze play yet this year?
I don't think we have.
It'd be a bad time for one.
They're in all the way around are the Yankees defensively as Miller stands in and takes strike one. Shea Hillenbrand at third with 1 out in the inning. A 3-run bottom of the 7th inning so far. And now there's action in the pen. Double-barreled action at that for New York. Pulled on the pitch was Bill Miller. A left-hander and a right-hander in the pen. Hitchcock and Anderson are the pitchers. Anderson had been up an inning ago, and Sterling Hitchcock has joined him in the bullpen. 0-2 to Miller. Holds off and takes ball 1. Well, Contreras came on and got out of a jam in the 6th. He's created a jam here in the 7th that has led to 3 Boston runs. Going to minimize the damage now. Miller now tips it, stays alive. David Ortiz with a big double to drive in 2 with the bases loaded. Evens up at 2-2 now to Miller. Contreras has thrown 29 pitches since coming on. Up and away in a full count. Bill Miller extremely patient in the hole at 1.0-2, and he has run it full. Action in the Boston bullpen as well. Right-hander is up out there. The 3-2. Ball 4. Third walk of the inning. One was intentional, but Miller gets the free pass as he jogs on down to first.
Coach Torrey looking at that lineup card. They know they have the left-handed Giambi up. He's trying to figure out if he goes get the lefty, who they going to pinch hit. And it'd probably be Kevin Millar.
Well, after much conversation, he has made the decision to go to the bullpen. And Contreras, who gets only one out here so far in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Red Sox with 3 runs so far here in the midst of this bottom of the 7th. 8-6 now, Boston.
Automobile Magazine All-Star, 5 years in a row.
Since the current BMW 5 Series was first introduced, we've found very little to improve on.
Winner, $35,000 to $40,000 category. AAA Auto Guide.
And apparently, many others would agree. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
She's all you'd ever want. She's the kind I'd like to pump and take to dinner. But she always goes to place. She's got style, she's got grace. She's a winner. She's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady. She's a lady. Talking about the little lady.
I hope it doesn't rain.
Hey guys, come on in. Better get here early. It's Jeep Days with 0% financing or $1,500 cash allowance on Jeep Liberty. Plus get our 770 powertrain warranty. It all adds up to the best values in America. Check one out today.
Back at Fenway, Red Sox have taken a lead 8-6. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. In addition, the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox.
Contreras leaves after an inning and a third, responsible for the 3 runs that have scored so far, responsible for the runners on. Walked 3, 1 intentionally, and did not strike anybody out. Sterling Hitchcock comes on from the Yankees bullpen.
9th appearance for Hitchcock. All of those out of the bullpen. He's 0-1 on the season in 12 2/3, 14 hits allowed and 4 earned runs. A couple of walks and 8 strikeouts. Opponents have hit .280 off Hitchcock. And as expected, Kevin Millar will pinch hit for Giambi.
Hillenbrand stands at third. Bill Miller at first with 1 out. And Millar 291, 5 homers and 23 runs batted in. And Hitchcock starts off the head. Giambi tonight had been 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. Prior to being hit for by Millar here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hitchcock, 29 years of age. Came to the Yankees in a trade from San Diego in exchange for outfielder Darren Blakely and right-handed pitcher Brett Jody. The trade deadline of 2001 has now signed a 2-year deal to stay here in New York. Popped up, foul off first. Jason Giambi ranging over. And can't make the catch. He had more of a chance than I think he thought. He didn't really put much of an effort into that, thinking that it was going to go foul, but came near to hitting him.
He misjudged that. He misjudged the wind. When the wind's blowing out at Fenway, that ball's going to get pushed back close to the field of play. He takes a look at the dugout, but he wasn't even really in the vicinity of the pop-up.
the 1-2 to Millar. He'll send it in the air to right down the line. Mondesi is heading over. We'll see if Hillenbrand will be tagging. Mondesi's got a monster arm. He shows it off. The throw is up the line. Hillenbrand is in. Up to second base goes Bill Miller. The Red Sox take a 9-6 lead.
Now, it looked like it was going to be a bang-bang play at home, but watch the way Mondesi catches his ball, almost flat-footed. No momentum going toward home plate. And now the throw's going to be off the line, and Hillenbrand scores easily. Usually, when you get that much time, you get some momentum going toward home, and it gives you a chance to make a more accurate throw. By the way, not to go unnoticed, Miller on the throw tags at first and gets in a scoring position at second base.
As the Red Sox try to add on to their lead here in the 7th inning, a 4-run bottom of the 7th inning so far, on top now 9-6. Jason Varitek homered in the 4th inning, 1 for 3 tonight. The home run was a 2-run shot for Jason and his 6th home run of the year. The 0-1 to Varitek. 1-1 now to Jason. Sterling Hitchcock, the third pitcher used by New York tonight. And Miller stands at second base. Still the responsibility of Jose Contreras, the right-handed pitcher who departed. And charged with 4 runs so far in his inning in the 3rd of work tonight out of the Yankees bullpen. Well, 35,007 with a little bit more to cheer about tonight than the 35,000 plus who were here last night. Despite Boston getting down early, the Red Sox have scratched and clawed and now have a 3-run lead. Still batting in the bottom of the 7th. 3-1 to Varitek. Ball 4, and he works the walk. It is the 4th walk of the inning given up by New York. One was intentional, but another walk here from a Yankee reliever.
Number 18, Johnny Damon.
Damon becomes the 9th man to bat in the inning for Boston. A double back in the 1st inning and a run scored. He has struck out twice tonight and popped out since that 1st inning double. Red Sox have had right-handed action up in the bullpen. It looked like Timlin a little bit earlier. And it is still Mike Timlin up in the bullpen. Alan Embry pitched a perfect top of the 7th inning. And it looks as if we will see Timlin in the top of the 8th. And they're still with that arm wrapped. See what they get coming up. Matsui will lead off the inning, then Posada and Mondesi.
They may leave him in there to face Matsui.
The first hitter of the inning, and Posada is a switch hitter. Embry looked so good in the 7th inning. Velocity was there. He made quick work of Jeter, Giambi, and Williams. Wasn't your everyday 1, 2, 3 hitters. Fouled off the left side. Still 0-2 to Johnny Damon. Well, Jeff Weaver will end up with a no decision here tonight. 5+, giving up 7 hits and 5 runs. Walked 4 and struck out 2, and his record will be intact, 3-2. Second, Varitek at first. The 0-2 to Johnny Damon. On the ground and through the left side. Miller's going to try it. Matsui's up and throwing, and it is on the tardy side. The Red Sox making it even 10 and lead it 10-6.
Now Johnny Damon is starting to get hot. Battles tough against the left-hander, finds that hole between third and short. That's a nasty pitch. That ball down and away. Looks like it was off the plate. Still gets it by Todd Zeal. Throw from Matsui is gonna, looks like it hits Miller as he's coming in to score. And caroms by Posada.
So the Red Sox have batted around. Todd Walker began the inning with a leadoff walk, and here he is again. Popped up to left center field pretty well. Matsui moving in and to his left and makes the catch to end the inning. Red Sox sent 10 men to the plate, scored 5 times and lead it 10-6.
Free to move about the country.
Fill your glasses for a toast.
Champagne?
Good move. A quality beer drinker doesn't compromise a Samuel Adams lager. Always a good decision.
Behind him is a 400 square foot deluxe bachelor with a partial view. In front of him is a junior executive semi-private with no view. But right now, life is perfect. On the open road, in complete control of an Acura RSX. One of Car and Driver's 10 best.
Fenway's the place to be this season. But if you can't be there, be here. Nesson, your home at home for Red Sox baseball. Featuring Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy in the booth.
That is up and it is good!
Oh my goodness. And studio host Bob Rogers managing a new lineup of pre- and post-game analysts.
They struck him out.
Boston Red Sox baseball on Nesson.
If you can't be there, be here.
Tomorrow night, Sox Yankees coverage at 6:30 on Nesson.
Big 7th for the Red Sox. They now lead at 10-6. Stay tuned after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox post-game show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis hosted by Bob Rogers and a new lineup of studio analysts. After the last inning, the action is just beginning.
Shea Hillenbrand stays in the game and takes over at first base, the spot David Ortiz had, and Boston will indeed change pitchers as Mike Timlin comes on.
18th appearance for Timlin. His record stands at 3-2. He picked up a loss on Sunday against Anaheim. 2/3 of an inning in that game, 1 hit and 1 run. Overall, opponents hitting .250 on the season against Timlin. So, when we reported here this afternoon, I don't think we expected to see this many runs in the game tonight.
Certainly not. Originally thinking Pedro Martinez was going to be pitching tonight for Boston. But a 10-6 Red Sox lead. They come up with 5 in the bottom of the 7th inning, and still a ways to go here as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Five sacrifice flies between the two teams tonight, tying a major league record. 3 for Boston, 2 for New York. 16th time that it has happened.
That's a major league record, huh? 5?
Apparently it is. The last time was May 9th of 2002.
Doesn't seem like that many.
Held off the left side. think it happened more than 16 times. Matsui's 1 for 3. He's singled in the 4th inning. Broken back grounder softly towards Walker. He will throw out Matsui for out number 1. Let's check in with Tom Caron. Tom?
Don, thanks. Our Citizens Bank, not your typical fan, Nick Sumita, who lives in Lexington, Massachusetts. But your father is still back in Tokyo, and you just talked to him on the phone. He's watching this game there tomorrow morning there, and he's a big Matsui fan, as so many people in Tokyo are.
Yes, he's a big fan of Yankees.
And you're not. You're a Red Sox fan.
I'm a Red Sox fan. I lived in Lexington for 5 years, and I'm a big Red Sox fan.
How big, how popular is Matsui back in Tokyo?
I think he's really, he's like number 1. Ichiro, Matsui, they're both number 1.
But in Tokyo, you were telling me more Matsui.
Yeah, in Tokyo, Matsui's number 1, yeah.
Now, I want to ask you, Jerry, before the game, tells everybody in Spanish to have a nice evening and enjoy the game. How would you say good evening, enjoy the game in Japanese?
Konbanwa, shiai wo tanashinde kudasai.
All right, there you go, Jerry. Work on that one. He's our Citizens Bank, not your typical fan.
Jerry, I want to see you come up with that one. That would be outstanding.
I got kumbaya. That's about it.
Posada sending this one deep and far to right center field. Back goes Damon, and he won't get it. Beyond the Boston bullpen, a home run for Posada, his 11th of the year. And the Yankees draw closer. It's now 10-7 Boston.
Well, Posada now jumps into the league leaders in home runs with number 11, RBI number 32 for Posada. Jumps on that fastball from Timlin and up over the Red Sox bullpen for the home run.
He joins Alfonso Soriano as New York with 2 home runs tonight and 68 on the season through the first 45 games of the year. On the ground towards Walker off the bat of Mondesi, and they make quick work of him. 2 down.
Third baseman, number 27, Todd.
And we'll bring up Todd Zeile. What a night for Zeile. 3 for 3, a double and 2 singles. He has driven in a run as well from his number 8 spot in the Yankees order. And the Yankees coming into tonight's action with 3rd most in the major leagues in home runs, behind Texas, who has 69, and the Cincinnati Reds, who have 69.
I guess that new ballpark's a pretty good home run hitters ballpark in Cincinnati.
That's what we hear. It's Brandon Lyon up in the Boston bullpen. Feels like a lot of the new ballparks have gone in that direction, making it more home run friendly and more offensive. Saw that in Houston in our only action there. Was it last year? Last year at the end of spring training.
Yeah.
That place has seen a few home runs.
A little different than the Astrodome.
Just a tad. Rick Sutcliffe was here last night with ESPN, and he was saying that you could make a few mistakes in the Astrodome and get away with it. A little bit different now in Houston. And a 2-1 to Zeile. Line to right center field. Damon on the move and gets there to make the catch. Yankees get one back on the home run by Posada. 10-7 Boston.
Hey! That thing gotta hit me, right? Yeah! Well, now I gotta hit me, too! But I got something you don't got. Check this out.
Dodge Ram 1500. The Hemi legend continues. Grab Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty, plus 0% financing or $2,500 cash allowance. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota don't match this.
Millar sends it deeply to center field. Welcome to Boston, Kevin Millar.
Way back and a monster shot for Kevin Millar.
Looks up, Millar goes yard. Red Sox take a 9-8 lead in the top of the 16th inning. Struck well to left. Up towards the monster seats and a monster mash for Kevin Millar. Makes it look easy, doesn't he?
Good seats are still available by calling 877 Red Sox 9.
If you missed Sports Plus Wednesday night, you missed great sports talk and a whole lot of this.
Of course, there's a new sheriff in town, and it's up to Danny Ainge now.
What kind of style do you really want to play? Because I want to run. Do you want to run? If he says yes, then you give him a new contract.
I think there's a lot of difference between team playing and team building.
It is. Yeah, right.
The Boston Globe Sports Plus, sponsored by Sam Adams, Wednesday night after Red Sox baseball on NESN. Live, local, late breaking. If this isn't reality TV,
yes, it is.
It's news to us.
Sox win it 6-5.
Red Sox baseball on NESN. Get real. Go Sox. Reality TV at its most competitive. Two teams compete. Strategy helps, but only one survives. Red Sox baseball on NESN. Get real. Go Sox.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park as we get ready for the last of the 8th. Let's take a look at the numbers in this one. Jason Varitek with a 2-run home run, his 6th. Ortiz and Garciaparra with a couple of ribbies each. 5 total sac flies in the game, tying a major league record done 16 times. Contreras went an inning in a third, giving up 5 runs, all earned, and that all happened in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bruce Chen, tonight's starter in lieu of Pedro Martinez. 4 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned. 4 hits. Struck out 2 and walked one, the starter. Not part of the decision tonight as the Red Sox have had to go to the bullpen. The Yankees go to the pen again. And here's Juan Acevedo on.
21st appearance for the Yankees. Had 5 saves. He was the closer when Mendoza was not available to him. Last year, 28 saves for the Tigers. Signed a minor league contract with the Yankees in the offseason.
Nomar 2 hits, 2 RBIs tonight as he sends this in the air to shallow center field. Alfonso Soriano out, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Sterling Hitchcock went 2/3 of an inning giving up a hit. No runs. All the runs that were scored in the 7th were charged to Contreras. Hitchcock walked 1 and struck out 1. And now Acevedo is on. Manny Ramirez been hit by a pitch. He's walked twice, once intentionally. That was the last time up, and he scored a run.
Looks a bit like the Heisman pose, doesn't it?
On the ground to third. Todd Zeal with a good throw to retire Ramirez. 2 down.
Acevedo last year actually had a very good year for a very bad team. The Detroit Tigers.
Well, Jeff Weaver knows all about that. The Yankees starter put up some pretty good numbers there despite some very bad teams in Detroit. Shea Hillenbrand, who ran for David Ortiz after he doubled in the 7th inning, and Shea batting for the first time tonight takes strike 1. Up the middle and out of the reach of Derek Jeter. A 2-out single for Shea Hillenbrand.
Hillenbrand continues to do damage against the Yankees. At a first at bat of the game tonight, picks up the base hit. Everybody in the lineup has a hit with the exception of Ramirez. Nixon has a sacrifice fly but does not have a hit.
Nixon with an RBI tonight, 20 on this season. And he takes strike 1. Well, the Red Sox have been scoring runs in bunches when they've done it. They've scored 5 or more runs in an inning 7 times this season and 4 times in the month of May. Nixon pops this up. Posada and Zeal chasing. Zeal in front of the Yankees dugout with the catch. And the final out of the inning. 10-7 Boston.
I hope it doesn't rain.
Hey, guys. Come on in. Better get here early. It's Jeep Days with 0% financing or $1,500 cash allowance on Jeep Liberty. Plus, get our 770 powertrain warranty. It all adds up to the best values in America. Check one out today.
Red Sox fans have always been loyal, die-hard, intense. Now it's time to get them licensed. Show your support for New England's two favorite teams, the Red Sox and the Jimmy Fund of the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, with your own official Red Sox Jimmy Fund license plate. The plate shows off your commitment as a fan, and the proceeds benefit the Jimmy Fund. To get your license plate, visit your nearest Registry of Motor Vehicles office or log on to jimmyfund.org. Live, local, late breaking. If this isn't reality TV,
Yes, it is.
it's news to us.
Sox win it 6-5.
Red Sox baseball on Nesson. Get real. Go Sox. Reality TV at its most competitive. Two teams compete. Strategy helps, but only one survives. Red Sox baseball on Nesson. Get real. Go Sox.
Think there are any SUVs that compare to Ford Explorer? Look again. Explorer XLT 4x4 is available with no-charge third-row seats, independent rear suspension, V6 engine, automatic, AC, and more. Now through June 4th, get Explorer with 0% financing for 60 months. Plus, we'll match your $1,000 down payment. That's 0% for 5 years, plus we'll match your $1,000 down payment. Get to your New England Ford dealer now.
If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Red Sox baseball is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. By your New England Ford dealers. If you haven't looked at a Ford lately, look again. And by Bernie and Phil's. Let our family make your family comfortable. On to the top of the 9th inning, and the Red Sox closer is on, Brandon Lyon.
Lyon a perfect 5 for 5 in save opportunities this season. The record stands at 1-1, appearance number 20.
Robin Ventura pinch hitting to begin the inning for Bubba Trammell, the number 9 hitter in DH, who had been 1 for 3 tonight. Ventura 288, 7 homers and 20 runs batted in. And down 0-2. A 3-run lead in which to work with for Brandon Lyon tonight. Saw Ventura last night pinch hit for Todd Zeal in the 8th inning. Was intentionally walked and scored a run. Been pretty hot, 5 hits in his last 11 at bats. 2-2 now to Ventura. Strike 3. Brandon Lyon gets his 9th inning off to a great start as he strikes out Robin Ventura.
Snuts that fastball inside, puts a little tail on it, and it picks up the inside corner for the strikeout.
One down for Alfonso Soriano, who has 2 hits tonight, including a home run to begin his evening. As the leadoff hitter in the top of the 1st inning, he hit the stanchion and left above the green monster. You get the Yankees off on the right foot tonight. A 2-run top of the 1st inning. The Red Sox have scratched and clawed all night, and the big 5-run bottom of the 7th inning is the Red Sox now lead it 10-7. Soriano down 0-2. This would be great for Brandon Lyon to be able to come on here and enjoy a 1-2-3 ninth against the New York Yankees. Soriano bats now, and Jeter waits on deck. In the dirt, and Soriano is not chasing. Yankees have had their struggles at home, just one game over 500 at 11-10, but their road record can be matched by no other team in the major leagues right now. 17-6 are the Yankees on the road. The Red Sox would love to hand them their 7th loss of the year away from Yankee Stadium. Struck him out. Back-to-back case for Brandon Lyon. Can't do it any better than he's done it to the first 2 hitters in this inning.
Yeah, Brandon Lyon certainly not considered a strikeout pitcher, but back-to-back strikeouts to Ventura and now Soriano. The curveball for the strikeout. Ventura on a fastball, a curveball to Soriano.
Well, this will bring 35,007 to their feet at Fenway Park, as Derek Jeter stands in with 2 down in the 9th. Ball 1 to Jeter. On a night when the Red Sox needed their bullpen, with Pedro Martinez scratched before the ball game, we've seen 5 pitchers, and Lyon hoping to be the last tonight. Chen went 4. Mendoza 2, Embry 1, Timlin 1, and Brandon Lyon for the 9th. And the Yankees down to their last strike. Game 2 of 19 between the Red Sox and the Yankees, and Boston trying to take the second one. Lyon stares in to find out what he'll throw. Gets the sign and the 1-2. Jeter is gone, and so are the Yankees tonight. Red Sox win it 10-7. Lyon strikes out the side in impressive fashion to end tonight's ball game.
Striking out the side here in the top of the 9th. The fastball down and out of the zone. Jeter can't hold up, and the Red Sox come away with the win in Game 2 of this 3-game series.
The Red Sox with the victory better their record at 28-17. The 2 teams tied again atop the AL East as a result of the Boston win tonight in front of 35,007, and an impressive come from behind victory for the Red Sox tonight.
The Foxwoods chance play of the game, the double by David Ortiz against Contreras. This in the 7th inning opened up a big inning for the Red Sox where they scored 5. That's the Foxwoods chance play of the game.
So the Yankees take Game 1 of the series, but the Red Sox bounce back tonight on a night that Pedro Martinez was scratched before the game. Embry is the winner. The loss goes to Contreras, and the save for Brandon Lyon, his 6th, as the Red Sox win tonight 10-7. For Jerry Remy, Don Orsillo saying so long from Fenway. Now it's time for the W.B. Mason's Extra Innings with Bob Rogers and Dennis Eckersley.
All right, Tony, thanks very much. And we're all tied up again atop the American League East. This was a terrific win for the Red Sox tonight because on so many fronts they were facing adversity.
Well, I think right away in the first inning they're down 2 runs. And after last night, after a bad first inning, we're thinking, oh, no, and we've got the whole bullpen ahead of us because we don't know how long our starter is going to last. But nothing that 5 runs in the 7th inning can't solve. That's what it's about.
We'll take it, especially getting to Mr. Moneybags, Jose Contreras. Good night for the Red Sox at Fenway Park before more than 35,000. W.B. Mason's Extra Innings is coming up next. We're also going extra tonight, the full hour Extra Innings Extra 2.
Buying an SUV? Here's one piece of advice. Yep, that's one piece. We designed Nissan.
the Rocket rewrote the Red Sox record books.
I'm going to stand up.
A new record.
Roger. In a monumental move, Clemens became a Yankee. Won 2 titles and now needs just 2 wins for 300. Live from Fenway Park, Nesson presents Boston Red Sox baseball. Tonight, the Red Sox take on the New York Yankees. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, as always, joined by Jerry Remy. An interesting night tonight from Fenway as Roger Clemens goes after $2.99.
Well, the fans at Fenway wanted to see Pedro last night. Of course, they couldn't because of the injury. They will see Roger Clemens tonight, and what a career it's been for Roger Clemens. I can't wait to see the reception he gets. It's usually been negative when he comes back to Fenway, but I think the fans hopefully will realize what this guy's about to accomplish with 2 more wins.
Tonight, the Red Sox will have Tim Wakefield on the mound. We're back with the first pitch after this. West Airlines. By your Boston area Lexus dealers, putting the world on notice again. And by Citizens Bank, not your typical bank. And good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy on a chilly, raw night. No precipitation at the moment, but the wind is blowing in from left center field, and kind of a raw feeling here tonight at Fenway Park as the Red Sox and Yankees get ready to wrap up this first series of the season. And of course, tonight is the rubber game of the 3-game series after the fine victory last night for Boston. Everybody with the jackets on here tonight, and of course, perhaps drawing closer to history. Roger Clemens going after victory number 299 here tonight. Roger, when he went out to the bullpen, it was sort of mixed, but there were a lot of boos here in the ballpark, and I know that's something that perhaps you're a little disappointed about, but we will talk about that in a moment. Let's take a look at some of the incredible numbers for Roger Clemens. From 84 through 96, of course, with the Red Sox, 192 wins, tied with Cy Young, the one and only Cy Young. 2,590 strikeouts, 220 strikeout games, 3 Cy Young awards in a Red Sox uniform, and of course the 1986 AL MVP. And overall in his career, an amazing 6 Cy Young awards and 298 wins. It puts him 21st all time on that list. And some smattering of boos here at the ballpark.
Yeah, it's been pretty much, Don, the same reception he's received every time that he's come back as a visiting pitcher, when it was with Toronto and, of course, now with the New York Yankees. And it doesn't surprise me that that's the reaction, and I'm sure that's going to be the reaction for the remainder of the night. But I also think, down deep, that the fans here in New England, as much as they like to get on Rogers, certainly appreciate what he's been able to accomplish, not only in a Red Sox uniform throughout his career, but when he went up to Toronto, and also what he's done for the New York Yankees. I mean, you're getting the privilege of watching one of the best pitchers in the history of baseball.
Roger, the other day, had the opportunity to talk about what kind of emotions he's had coming into tonight's game, if any.
My emotions are the same here than any other start, other than the first time I came back. I mean, it was unlike anything else to go get out of your car and go to the visiting dugout when I was a Blue Jay, and everything that I did that time. After that, it's been, pretty much the same, other than when you're a Yankee. I mean, they talk about getting booed or cheer, whatever. We get that at every stadium we go to. So it happens, and again, you can look at it as a respect if you want to.
Well, an interesting night here tonight at Fenway Park, and a chilly one at that. The lights are on, and the Red Sox are taking the field. Let's take a look at the visiting New York Yankees starting lineup tonight. Alfonso Soriano to lead it off at second base. Derek Jeter at shortstop, 4 for 10. 3 ribbies in this series. Jason Giambi at first. Bernie Williams in center. Hideki Matsui in left. Jorge Posada does the catching with Robin Ventura at third. Raul Mondesi in right field. And it's Todd Zeile, the DH tonight, batting ninth.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by your Boston area Lexus dealers. Tonight it'll be Bill Miller at third base. Nomar Garciaparra the shortstop. Todd Walker at second and Shea Hillenbrand at first. Left to right, Manny Ramirez, Johnny Damon, and Trot Nixon. Doug Mirabelli, who does all the catching for Tim Wakefield behind the plate. And on the mound, Tim Wakefield making his 9th start, the record of 4-1 against the Yankees in his career. He's 4-6 with a one career save against New York. Last time out, a no decision against Anaheim. Went 6 innings in that game, gave up 6 hits and 3 earned runs. The Red Sox eventually lost that game 6-5.
And the four-man crew tonight consists of Dan Iasanya behind the plate, Alfonso Marquez at first, Rick Reed at second, and Tim Sheeta, the umpire, at third.
Let's check tonight's game notes, brought to you by New England Toyota dealers. Clemens, 106-42 since 1997. The Red Sox 10-plus hit games in 28 of 45 games this season. And the Yankees, they've been struggling. 3-8 in their last 11 games. They came out quickly in game 1 of this series, won that one. They came out quickly last night, but the Red Sox bounced back to pick up the win in game 2 of this series.
Where available, tonight's broadcast can be heard in Spanish by using the SAP function on your TV set.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Alfonso Soriano in on the right side to face Tim Wakefield. Soriano hit the first pitch of last night's ball game off the light tower in left, and got the Yankees off to a fast start. In fact, each of the first 2 games, they've come up with runs in the top of the first inning. 5 in game 1 and 2 last night. Soriano at .313, 13 homers and 33 runs batted in. His home run total has him one off the leader in the American League. Juan Gonzalez currently leading the AL. The Texas Rangers outfielder with 14 home runs. Two and one now to Soriano. Tim Wakefield's been battling a cold, and last couple of days has felt a little weak. It'd be interesting to see how he works tonight and whether that'll have any impact on his outing.
Well, even though the bullpen started a game last night, they're still in pretty good shape, because the only guy not available, Don, as you know, is Bruce Chen, who started the game last night.
Popped up left side. Omar Garcia Parra equidistant between second and third for out number 1.
Shortstop, number 2, Derek Jeter.
One down for Derek Jeter, totaling the .351 batting average. No homers and 5 runs batted in. Long time on the DL with the dislocated shoulder that occurred on opening night against Toronto at Skydome. Jeter has 3 home runs in his career off Tim Wakefield, and pretty good average. Jeter was 2 for 5 here last night. Scored a run, drove in a run, and had a stolen base. On the ground, and to his left goes Bill Miller. Plants and throws, and plenty of time to get Jeter 2 down.
One of the few times Wakefield will give in with the fastball. A 2-0 count. Instead of going the curveball, he goes the fastball and gets the ground ball out from Derek Jeter.
Jason Giambi with an average you don't expect to see next to his name. 201, 8 homers, and 27 runs batted in. A slow start, and so far it has been an injured start to this season as he's battled a few ailments. Giambi with a bruised left middle finger when he was hit by a pitch at the end of April, then inflammation of his left eye. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-1. In the air to right. Nixon is headed back. This is carrying very well. It'll carry itself out of the ballpark. A solo home run to right field for Jason Giambi, his 9th. And for the 3rd consecutive night, the Yankees have scored in the first.
And it only seems fitting that a Yankee fan would get that souvenir out past the Yankee bullpen. This ball is actually crushed by Giambi. The knuckleball that stays about belt high, and you're only going to keep this guy down for so long. That ball about 10-15 rows up over the Yankee bullpen.
Bernie Williams with 2 outs and a run in. 292, 7 homers and 31 runs driven in. As he hacks at that one to even the count at 1-1.
Yeah, Bernie, the switch hitter, elects to hit right-handed against Tim Wakefield. .250 career hitter against Wakefield with 1 home run.
Williams is 0 for 9 in the series and has struggled. 3 hits in his last 24 at bats. Looking for his first hit of this series against the Red Sox. There's a strike. 2-2. For Wakefield, the 8th home run he's given up this season. He leads the staff in that category. As Jason Giambi has taken him deep in the first. Bernie Williams strikes out. Yankees get a run. They get 1. Red Sox coming up. Back at Fenway, the Yankees get a run in the first. The Red Sox coming to the plate in the bottom of the first. Johnny Damon to the top of the order. Todd Walker bats second at second. Nomar's in short. Manny Ramirez in left. Kevin Millar the DH with Nixon in right field. Shea Hillenbrand at first. Bill Miller at third, and Doug Mirabelli does the catching. Johnny Damon ready to go, and so is Roger Clemens. His first pitch in there for a strike.
Clemens at 5-2 on the season. The 2.91 ERA is 7th best in the American League. 60 strikeouts is 3rd behind Messina and Pedro. Because it would take 9 innings to go through where he is on the all-time list with all his numbers. I guess the key one is he's 2 wins away from that magical 300.
And of course, there was a chance that tonight would have been the 300th victory for Roger. Line to short. Jeter there to make the catch.
Let's take a look at the Yankee defense, brought to you by Boston area Lexus dealers. Robin Ventura gets the start at third base. Derek Jeter, the shortstop. Alfonso Soriano at second, and Jason Giambi at first. Matsui, Bernie Williams, and Mondesi in the outfield. Jorge Posada doing the catching. The Yankees 5th in the league. They've made 28 errors on the season.
At 298, he is 21st overall in all-time victory.